Welcome all. Today we are going to study about letter writing. And you have studied about letter writing in your school days. And as you know, there are two kinds of letter. First one is formal and the second one is informal. Formal letter is otherwise called as business letters or they are otherwise called as official letters. Formal letters or business letters or official letters. And informal letters are otherwise called as friendly letters or otherwise called as informal letters are always personal letters. So there are two kinds, formal or informal, and the other names of formal letters include business letters or official letters, and informal letters include personal letters. Now, today we are going to deal with informal letter. And the first slide explains the parts of informal letter. Informal letter, as you all know, it is also called as personal letters. And the parts of informal letter consist of the first one, it is address and date at the top right hand corner. And you have to use punctuation marks. So these are the points that today we are going to discuss. You can write it in your notebook and we will detail in the remaining slides. So the first one, the first thing that you write in an informal letter is our address. The person who is writing the letter, their address and also date at the top right hand corner, and you have to use punctuation mark. This is an example of address and date. We don't mention our name in the address part, we mention only the address and also the date. So in the letter, first you have to write address. For example, here the address is given as 33 Lovedale, Prince Street, USA. So here the punctuation mark you use here is comma. So this is an address part and it is written on the top right hand corner. And the next one is date. Date you can write in different formats. And we have British English as well as American English. In the British English, the format of the date for informal letter is like this: 22nd November 2011 or 22nd November 2011, 22/11/2011. In American English, it is written like this: November 22nd, comma, 2011. So you can follow either British English or American English, but it is, I prefer you to use British English because it is a British English that we follow in our curriculum. So you can write either as 22nd November or you can choose any of this format, 22nd November 2011 or 22nd November 2011 without any comma. Here the month comes first and which is followed by date in American English. Here date comes first which is followed by month and which is then followed by year. So the first one is address and date on the top right hand, on the top right hand corner. Now the next one is we begin the salutation. Salutation is otherwise called a greeting from the left margin. So when you write the letter, we have to start the salutation or greeting. And you have to use a comma after the greeting. And don't write as dear friend. Use his or her name. That is the next rule concerning informal letter salutation. So salutation means, for example, dear father, dear mother, dear brother, dear sister, etc. But you don't mention it as dear friend. Never write or never give a salutation as dear friend. Instead of using dear friend, in the place of friend, you have to use his or her name. So you have to call by the name. Never write dear friend in an informal letter. For example, dear Anu. So you can address a friend by his or her name. Now, other salutations include dear father, dear brother, dear sister, which is all the salutations are followed by a comma. That is the next one. Now, the other thing, the third part is the body of the letter. The body, it starts with the informal inquiry about the health and happiness of the receiver, of the one who receives the letter. We have to inquire about his health and happiness. And also it contains the actual message of the writer. and this forms the body. For example, this is an example sentence regarding the health and happiness. I hope this letter finds you in good health and happiness. So you can consider this as an opening sentence. So when you write the letter, first after writing the salutation or greeting, you can start the letter like this. I hope this letter finds you in good health and happiness. Another one, happy to hear from you. Glad to know that you are doing well. This is another sentence. So you open the informal letter like this. And the next part, it always the next part is always about it is regarding the question what you are asked to write. So you will be given different topics. In our assignment, I have asked you to write how you are going to spend your summer vacation. So the next thing you have to write is you have to detail about that what you have been asked. You have what you have been asked. You have to write that part in the next paragraph. After that, we have to follow the closing of the letter. This body of the letter ends with this parting greeting or leave taking. The last part, the third paragraph. So, in informal letter, there will be 3 paragraphs. Usually, it is written in 3 paragraphs. The first paragraph, it is about the one who receives the letter, their health and happiness. It is an inquiry about their health and happiness. The second part is the second paragraph is the actual message. It contains the actual message of the letter. And the third part, it is called as a parting greeting or leave taking. So examples of parting greeting or leave taking include, I am looking forward to hearing from you soon. I hope to hear from you soon. These are all examples of leave taking or parting with the last section or the last part or the last paragraph of the informal letter. You can conclude the letter like this. See you soon. Now the ending of the letter comes a little below at the left hand bottom of the body. So it is on the left hand side that the ending of the letter comes. So after the ending, you have to put a comma, then you have which is followed by the signature. For example, best wishes. This is an example of the ending, best wishes, comma. Otherwise, you can use it as best. Then lots of love, yours lovingly. Then with lots of love, etc. So here, look at this. When you write yours, we don't use an apostrophe in this word. So usually when you write yours, you will put an apostrophe here. But when you write letter, don't put an apostrophe in yours. So these are some of the endings of the letter. Best wishes, best, which is always followed by a comma. And then this ending is followed by the signature of the person. Then the address on the envelope contains the address of the receiver of the letter. So that is the last part of the informal letter. The address includes, here the address includes the name. For example, if you're addressing a friend, let her name be Anu. So when you write the address on the envelope, we have to write Anu, then the address. Use the punctuation mark and order of details, and the address is written on the envelope. So this is the format of, these are the parts of what an informal letter. The first one is address of the sender, which is written on the right hand side. Then date, which is also written on the right hand side. And the formats for writing dates. And as I told you, we always follow British English. Then the next one, salutation. Dear, means don't call it by a friend. Don't write dear friend. Instead of that, you have to use his or her name. Then dear brother, dear father, dear mother. These are all examples of salutation for informal letter. Then comes the body of the letter. Body of the letter consists of 3 paragraphs, first, second, and third. And the first paragraph is asking for the well-being, inquiring about the happiness and health. And the second paragraph, the main reason to write the letter. Then the third paragraph, conclusion and end of the letter. Then the next one is yours lovingly. And the next one, name of the sender, which is followed by the address of the receiver. Now this is a sample one of an informal letter. Look at here. The sender's address. Here the sender's address is written on the left side. So in different formats, you can find writing the address in different ways. But when you write a mail or normally in mail communication and for this other online communication, this online world, we usually write it on the left hand side, but right hand side is also acceptable. So the sender's address, here it is address. Here you look, you can find a period here, number followed by a period. Then a dash is here. These are all punctuation marks. So it is only the address. Then after writing the address, you have to leave a space, a one line space. After that, you have to write the date in correct format. After writing the date, you have to leave one line and you have to write the salutation. Here it is, dear mother. Then after, you can find here there are 3 paragraphs. The first paragraph, it is an inquiry about the health. I am fine here and hope this letter finds you in good health, and I am enjoying my new school and hostel life. Though sometimes I feel homesick, but your words of advice always help me overcome the feeling. So no need, there is no need to write all these complicated sentences. It is better if you stick on to simple sentence. Then the next paragraph, this forms the main crux of the letter. This is the part where you write about what you have been asked to write. Then the next one is, it is about the ending or leaving part. In a nutshell, all I want to say is that you need not worry about me and I am in good hands. Please convey my regards to dad and love to Sunil. Then the next one is subscription. Subscription is a last part, yours loving son, comma, which is followed by the sender's name. You can write or you can put a signature also. Now the next one, this is another one. So I am showing you 2 samples of informal letters. In the previous sample, the address is written on the left side. Here it is written as per we have been, as you have been given the instructions. Here the address here on the right hand side. After that, you have to leave a space which is followed by the date in correct format. Here comma is used. Then after that, you have to leave another blank space. So the first blank space is between the address, sender's address and the date. The next is between the date and the salutation. Here it is Satya, dear Satya. Satya is you have been asked to write a letter to your friend Satya. So dear Satya, this is the salutation. And the salutation is followed by a comma. And the first one is an inquiry about the health and all that. And the next one, this forms the body. And the last one, the parting part. Now look here. Here the subscription is written on the right side. You can write either on the left side or on the right side. Better you keep writing on the left side, yours loving friend, which is followed by a comma. After that, you have to write the sender's name. So when you search for the formats of informal letter, you can find different formats. So better keep on to stick on to one format. And that is address, the sender's address and date on the right side, then salutation, body, then subscription and sender's name on the left side. And after that, in a rectangle or square box, we have to write the receivers. Here, the name is being specified here, that is Satya. You have to write the receiver and an imaginary address, which is for the envelope part. And this is all about informal letter. I hope this is clear to you. If you have any doubt, you can comment on the chat box. We will continue with the remaining part of the letter, that is formal letter, in the next class. Thank you.